Good afternoon. A rare snow day along the Gulf Coast. Schools, government offices, many businesses closed, giving people a chance to get out and enjoy the experience. We're going to share some of your photos and videos throughout our newscast today, and we have a growing gallery of pictures for you on our website. Our reporters and our sister team from MyNBC 15 are out in the field, and we're standing by, they are, to show us what is happening all across Northwest Florida and South Alabama. With inches of snow impacting Northwest Florida, many roads are shut down. In Escambia County, the Theo Bars Bridge to Perdido Key has just been closed. Airport Boulevard over I-110. Century Boulevard from the state line down to Bluff Springs impassable. Highway 20 and 9 Mile Road, Jacks Branch and Old Bridge, Century Boulevard and Highway 4. On-ramps to I-10 on Davis Highway. Many closures also in effect in Pensacola. That includes 12th Avenue between Fairfield Drive and Bayou Boulevard, Davis Highway at Airport and Langley Avenues. We are updating the list of road closures for you. You will find that list on our website. But right now, let's go to our chief meteorologist, Alan Strom. He has the latest on the weather conditions.
Snow, Sue, it's hard to believe. I just stepped out back here for a little bit just to take it in and sort of enjoy it. Now sort of the pleasant part of it, but it's going to be so cold overnight, and we will see some of this turn to ice, but it is absolutely incredible. We've got about a little more than an hour left of daylight, and then we'll lose our daylight, so we're not going to have views like this as we head through tonight. Another nice thing about this is we've been able to enjoy it during the daytime hours. A lot of times it takes the night and this perfect combination of cold weather and moisture in order to see snow, and it happens at night, but today it's in the day. That's a live view from our Hardee's Beach Cam, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be here in the morning as well. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, but this is from the Hilton at Pensacola Beach. Whiteout conditions. The beach ball is right here in the parking lot, but you can't see it. You just can't see it as the snow just continues to fall heavy around the area. I know the folks in Okaloosa County, I was hearing from you folks over there around Fort Walton Beach and Niceville and Destin, and for a while you were seeing what we were experiencing over here, saying, hey, we're getting sleet here, what's going on? But now the snow is coming down there. This is the view from the Gulfarium WeatherNet camera out of Okaloosa Island at the Gulfarium. It's on top of the dolphin tank there, and we're looking at these adjacent parking lots, and they're now covered in snow as well. On the lens too, this may have been from earlier. I'm suspecting this is probably a bit of freezing rain. They had some sleet and maybe a bit of rain fell and then froze on our camera lens there. That's probably what you're seeing there. But look at the snow coming down heavy there in that part of Okaloosa County. Whiteout conditions from Orange Beach, Alabama. Normally a beautiful view of the beach and the Gulf of Mexico. You could barely see one of the condo towers there. It is just heavy snow that's continuing along with the winter storm warning. Here's radar imagery. And when we see the blue on the map, that indicates snow. How often does it happen around here? Hardly ever. Hardly ever. And never to this extent have we seen this kind of snowfall. Rain snow line is out over the Gulf, so the green color indicates where we have rain, and that snow is just heavy. The darker colors indicating the heavier snow. We've still got more. It's tapering off in areas of Louisiana. It has moved out of Texas, but it will continue for several hours here over Northwest Florida and Southwest Alabama. In fact, as we take it hour by hour, here we go to 6 o'clock, where we'll have another newscast as well. We've been breaking into programming, and I suspect we'll continue to do that throughout this evening. You see this purple color, that does indicate snowfall, the purple bluish color, and it looks like it will continue throughout the evening, maybe winding down, depending on where you are, 7, 8, 9 o'clock or so. And then actually the clouds will clear out, and we've got some sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow, but it will be dangerously cold. I've got the wind chill values, the actual air temperatures for tomorrow as we look hour by hour in another report, but we want to check out what's going on around town, and I'll send it back to Sue now, and let's see what's up.
All right, thank you, Alan. Of course, the snow, it is creating some dangerous conditions for drivers, but it's creating winter wonderland for the children and for the young at heart. WEAR's Karis Harmon joining us from Pensacola with more.
Hey, Sue, yeah, you're right. The road conditions are becoming more difficult to drive in. I actually want to show you this parking lot where we are right now. Look at how high it comes up on to those wheels. You can see that you can't even really tell where the parking lot starts and begins and even ends, too. Now, we talked to the mayor earlier today, and he says that the roads are really going to get out of hand. He says that, but they're prepared for that because they have 5 snow plows coming from the city of Atlanta. Plows ready to hit the roads, starting with roads closer to hospitals and major thoroughfares. But make sure you are careful because, as I mentioned, the roads are very slick and may be difficult to drive through if you aren't experienced with driving in snow. Even just a second here ago, we saw somebody get stuck in this parking lot and their friends had to come out and push them up this hill. We're at the Bayview Park, and this is where a lot of the folks are coming together because it's a rare snow day in Pensacola, and the kids have been enjoying every single minute of it. There are tons of kids coming to enjoy the snow. Here's some video we got earlier of kids all bundled up, bringing out their boogie boards and hitting the hills. Kids in Escambia County are off of school today, like many of the kids in our area, because of the weather, and many of them have been coming here. As you can see, some having snowball fights, making snow angels, snowmen, you name it. For many folks, it was their first time ever seeing snow. And a little girl we spoke with says she just can't get enough of it.
It's amazing. I just can't believe it. Today when I kept looking at it, I'm like, this can't be really happening. And I love it because it's just like so fun. Like you get to make snowman, snow angels, and it's just so fun, you know.
And now getting over to Bayview Park was tricky because a lot of those roads, like I said, have been getting, been getting really dangerous to drive on. You don't want to be out here if you don't have to. Mayor D.C. Reeves saying earlier today, do not get out on the road unless absolutely necessary. For now, I'm live in Pensacola. Karis Harmon, WEAR News.
Pensacola International Airport and Destin-Fort Walton Beach Airport are closed. All flights were canceled today. Destin expects to begin operations at noon tomorrow. And Pensacola urging travelers to check with their airlines about their flight status. Schools in Escambia, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, Baldwin counties will remain closed tomorrow. Government offices and courthouses in Escambia, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa counties also closed. Snow accumulating all across northwest Florida. Haley Samples standing by in Okaloosa County. But first, we go to Tanner Stewart, who is in Pace.
Sue, it continues to build up here just as we're seeing everywhere. This snowfall for the last, it seems like, I think 5 hours now, just non-stop. You've seen us on this street a few times today, so let's do this same pattern again. Because you mentioned, Sue, what an amazing sight a few hours can make with the difference. Look here, look at my feet. Look at the buildup here. It's coming off easily, but piles and piles of snow. We haven't seen anybody exercising in the last few hours, but I wouldn't be surprised with the number of people we have seen throughout the day. Some kids playing, you can hear them all throughout the neighborhood, but it's just unbelievable. We know the schools are closed here throughout tomorrow, but the big story within the last few hours, the county announcing all roads in Santa Rosa County are considered impassable. So only emergency vehicles are using these roads right now until further notice. We haven't heard a whole lot of traffic here. We're not far off of a main road, but a few miles here north of Highway 92, but we may try to venture out, see what exactly we're seeing, but we're going to stay right near this area over the next few hours until we see another update from emergency management. The snow continues to fall here in the Pace area, and if you saw over the last few hours when we were here, I mean, it's an extreme difference even from, say, 1 o'clock or 2 p.m. I mean, you can't make out the difference in the curb, hardly in these yards here. It keeps coming down, and at this point, we're just waiting to see what else is going to come. Sue, we'll have more for you in just a little bit.
Thank you, Tanner. Haley Samples joins us now from Okaloosa County.
That's right. I'm here at the Twin Hills Park, and the snowfall here is just absolutely remarkable, as you can see, and it's been pretty much nonstop since 11:30 this morning, and it was a pretty quiet morning in downtown Crestview, but that just couldn't be further from the case here at the park. There's so many people here outside sledding, enjoying the snow. People are using wakeboards, inflatable tubes, and even getting creative using garbage bags. I even saw a surfboard out here, and there's even more people spread out throughout this park here, and I spoke with some people today who were enjoying this once-in-a-lifetime snow.
I feel like it's a blessing, but everybody's enjoying it. I have brought my baby, and the first time my baby's seeing the snow in my family, so we are enjoying it.
Fun as it may be to get outside to your nearest park, it's more important to stay safe and stay off the roadways as much as possible. So I'll continue to bring you updates on roadway closures along with bridge closures as we learn more. Live in Crestview, I'm Haley Samples.
And in other news today, Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office needing help locating a murder suspect. Toby White wanted in connection with a death yesterday on Old Oak Road in Milton. The Sheriff's Office says White is considered dangerous. If you know his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Office, or you can call Crime Stoppers at area 850-437-STOP. And our coverage of this rare snow day continues with looks in at Pensacola Beach, Daphne, and Mobile.
Download the WEAR News app now, sponsored by Forrest Jordan and Associates.
First Warning Weather, sponsored by Pensacola State College.
It was a rare opportunity for snowball fights and sledding. Andrea Ramey from our sister station, My NBC 15, joins us from Daphne in Baldwin County.
Yeah, hey there, what a wild weather day we've had here on the Gulf Coast. It's been like something like 7 hours or more of straight snowfall, and there's still more to come. I've been out here with my yardstick doing these live shots showing the accumulation over time, and I think this is a curb. It's hard to tell now because it's just a blanket of snow, but where it's kind of accumulated a little bit more up against a curb, we're up to five inches, and over here more like 4 inches. We're pretty close to the to a Spanish Fort fire station. I know they posted just a short while ago measuring 4 inches at that fire station. So just an incredible amount of snowfall. It's really quite a sight to see. It's really beautiful out here. At times I kind of feel like I'm standing in a snow globe, but you know, it's fun to play in. We saw the kids out there playing in it earlier, making snowmen, sliding down a hill, but it's really created a lot of problems, as you can imagine, out on the roads. We've seen several accidents and road closures in our area. I know right now there's an accident on I-10 that crews are having to work, and the Alabama Department of Transportation and the state troopers just put out an update just a short while ago talking about several areas in Baldwin County, several roads that are iced over right now up north in the north part of the county in Stockton on Highway 59, down in the south part of the county in Gulf Shores. The Highway 59 bridge closed there after a couple cars slid off the road on Highway 90 in Daphne. A section of that highway was closed between County Road 13 and the Lake Forest entrance. You see crews here with Riviera Utilities out and about, possibly responding to some outages in our area. So snow's been fun to play in today, but it's been causing issues out on the roads and maybe even for some of the utilities. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Andrea. And of course, our Brent Carney, he is in downtown Pensacola.
Yeah, Sue, I mean, the common thing that I have heard so far today being here in downtown is, are we really in Pensacola, Florida right now? And yes, we are. And it's absolutely astonishing. Downtown Pensacola is essentially experiencing whiteout conditions. And the star of the show easily tonight is here, right here in Plaza Ferdinand. This fountain is just completely frozen over. I mean, this has been, the center point of photographs all day. People are out here taking so many photos. But I think one important thing that we should mention here is that the roads here in downtown Pensacola are not great. They are completely frozen over. We have seen bulldozers, in fact, trying to clear as much of the snow, but it's just coming down so hard right now, it is very difficult for them to keep up. So they are encouraging everybody to stay home, stay inside, stay indoors, because it's pretty dangerous conditions out here right now. But other than that, I think just to wrap up here, people are definitely saying this is something they have never seen before. This is definitely very historic for them. And for now, I'm going to send it right back to you guys.
First Warning WeatherNet is sponsored by Peden Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical. Here is Chief Meteorologist Alan Strum.
Thanks to all the reporters braving it out there. We do have warm spaces for them, so they'll warm up, but it's cold. That's a view from Portofino. Can't even see anything. Total white out there as we check things out. Here's the view from the Island House Hotel out of Orange Beach, Alabama. Same deal, total white out. I mean, if you look really closely, you can make out the condo tower here in the distance right here. See, we've been able to see it today, but not right now, as it is just a total whiteout. This is from Okaloosa Island. This camera view here from our Gulf Arium WeatherNet camera. We were looking at this. It was just a few hours ago when I was hearing from people saying, hey, it's sleet here. We're not having the snow that you guys are having. What's up? But now the snow is heavy and it is falling down there. Looks like we may have some ice here on our camera lens, likely from some earlier freezing rain. But you could see the scene there. It is a snowy scene now, finally, for the lower portion of Okaloosa County. It looks like the winds are gusting too. It's incredibly cold. I've got your wind chill values as well. We'll look at a chart checking out tomorrow. Snowfall is going to wrap up sometime between 7 and 10 tonight. It just depends on where you are. So it'll wrap up for southwest Alabama and then continue wrapping up as we move toward the east. Accumulation now, I mean, we're looking at really 5 to 6 inches, and we're getting reports of 5.5 inches of snow from around areas of the Gulf Coast. This is just a sight to see. Wind chill will end up being in the single digits tomorrow morning, so that's when we've got some dangerous temperatures here for the area. So this is a look at a bunch of data, mainly radar data, which is the blue color on our map, indicating where we've got snow falling or where it's fallen over the last hour or so. And the darker colors, the more navy colors, that's where you've got heavy snow, and that's now shifting over Okaloosa and Walton counties. And there's patches of heavy snow for parts of Santa Rosa and Escambia counties, and it's snowing everywhere. Now this, ironically, these kind of falling items here, that's your wind direction. So that's showing where the wind is out of. It almost looks like it's snow on the map, but that's just indicating a north wind, and that's bringing in that cold air. So we've got low pressure to the south that is, I'll show you where it is in a second, but that's helping for us to have the moisture mixed with the cold air. It's a perfect scenario. We almost always, when we have cold temperatures, end up with a big area of high pressure over us, and what that does is that brings clear skies, very cold weather. Rain snow line, I mean, it's right here, it's down here, that's where that rain snow line is. So all the green area, that's indicating rain, and you can see it's snowing well south out over the Gulf waters. Just pure snow is what we're seeing. And then the back edge of it all is right here. So you can see kind of the back edge as we look at that. This shading, the white there on the map, that's satellite imagery indicating where we've got cloud cover. So this is going to be winding down as we head through tonight. It was nice to see it during the daylight hours where the kids could really enjoy and play in it. The low pressure is way down there over the Gulf. I mean, it's way, way down there. A lot of times we see this, and over the last couple of weather makers, we've seen the low very close to us, if not right on top of us here, but it's way down there. But that's what's fueling this and bringing up that moisture clashing with the cold air, the freezing cold air that we do have in the area. So as I mentioned, it'll wind down somewhere between 7 and 10. So you could see this is during the 8 o'clock hour. You know, in Mobile, not expecting snow, still some around Pensacola, Milton, Crestview, Fort Walton Beach. But you know, as we head through tonight, that'll move out, and then the sky is actually clear. So tomorrow we'll have some sunshine, but it will continue to be cold. Right now, temperatures are in the 20s. When the wind's not blowing, you can enjoy it more, but when that wind kicks up, it is brutal. We're looking at 20s, mid to low 20s here around the area at this time. And when we look at our futurecast temperatures, it's just going to be incredibly cold here overnight. So as we take it through the day tomorrow, we're going to start out with potentially some low temperatures down in the teens. You know, not far to go when we're talking, you know, 5 to 10 degrees from where we are now, dropping down, and single-digit wind chill values. Top number, air temperature, lower number, wind chill values. And then as we head through the day, we climb up. We actually end up tomorrow with some temperatures getting above the freezing mark, but it's only for a few to several hours. That's about it. And it's in the 30s, mid to maybe upper 30s with the sunshine. But the wind chill values, I mean, that wind is going to continue to kick. Let's check out the Hardee's Beach Cam view and see how things look down at Santa Rosa Island. All right, pretty good view. We still can't, we could see the beach ball earlier. Can't see it now. But there's your winter wonderland, even there at Santa Rosa Island, where they are snowed in down there. Just what a scene. Unbelievable. I know all you have to do is look out your window here, but it is a wild scene. So ahead to tomorrow, yes, believe it or not, the sun will be out, but it will be a cold day with those temperatures just in the 30s. With the plows around and such, we may for a little while see some improvement, but I would look for icy roads basically through the day. We just don't have much in the way of above freezing temperatures, or not long enough, but we do see more of that on Thursday with temperatures in the 40s. But during the overnight hours, we continue to see freezing cold conditions. So when things melt, you have the water, and then when it freezes overnight, we'll end up with that ice again. So we're likely to have trouble spots here as we head through the next several days. Unfortunately, this is going to last for a while. I mean, the snow isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. The weekend does look warmer, but at this time it looks like it's just highs in the 50s.
Chime In, sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
And we are enjoying sharing your snow day fun today on Chime In. We invite you to send your pictures and videos. Text WEAR-TV to 95577, or you can look for the Chime In feature. You will find that on our website. Snow falling in Mobile since around 8 o'clock this morning. Aubrey Spears from My NBC 15. She joins us now with the conditions there now, and it looks like it is still blowing and going.
It is, and yeah, I mean, as you can see, the snow is just falling directly into my face. I did that for a special effect so you could see what it's like to actually to be out here on the street right now, where actually there's quite a lot of people who are still out here enjoying the snow. We're near one of the very few businesses on Dauphin Street in downtown Mobile that's still open today. I mean, there's a couple of restaurants, but this one has really been seeming to be popular with the people out here playing in the snow. And if you kind of look at the road here, this is one road that people seem to be traveling on quite a bit today. But if you kind of look at some of these other streets around here, like Joachim and Jackson Street, those roads are a little bit less traveled, and they are still just covered in thick, heavy snow. So there's still a couple people out on the roads today, but mostly everybody's just enjoying the fun. Back over there in Cathedral Square, we had people playing in the snow once again. We've had a couple snowball fights over there behind us. So just a fun day overall out here in Mobile. Back to you, Stu.
Our coverage of Snow Day continues. Next, we're taking you north to Escambia County, Alabama.
Traffic Watch is sponsored by Anderson Subaru.
And here we have a live look at I-10 and North 9th Avenue in Pensacola, what we can see through the snow there. Very hard to make out, but hopefully we don't have too many cars out there on the roadway. The snow day may be one for the Florida record books, and it's certainly one for the memory books, as we all know. WEAR's Samantha Servin joins us now from Escambia County, Alabama.
Hey Sue, yeah, I'm right outside of the Atmore Police Department right now. One of these cars that obviously is not working today. You can kind of see just how much snow we've gotten by how covered the car here beside me is. It's got all of its windows covered and pretty much all of its hoods probably got at least a decent 2-inch layer over it. But we've been here in Atmore since about right after noon today, and it has been consistently snowing. You can kind of see it a little bit now. It's not quite coming as sideways as it was earlier, but we have seen it just consistent. It hasn't taken a break all afternoon, and that's why these levels of snow are getting higher and higher. We're looking at probably 3 inches of snow here right now, and as I walk I can see the ice underneath, and that's why we've been asking folks to stay off the roads. You just mentioned I-10, and the Atmore Police Chief as well as the Flomaton Fire Chief both spoke with me today about that being one of the main issues they're facing. Is folks who live in the South aren't used to driving in this kind of weather, and they're taking the chances and hitting the road. So as the sun goes down, as the temperatures drop, the Flomaton Fire Chief gave us some advice to share with you guys about taking that risk of whether or not you decide to drive on the roads right now.
It's just going to get worse. I mean, it's going to be, it'll be a lot worse after dark tonight. I mean, we're really looking for some bad weather and some icy roads, and that's when you start having your wrecks and your medical calls. And the bad thing, everybody wants to get out and ride around and look, but if we can't get out to help nobody, you know, why would you get out and ride around and look? Everybody needs to stay home.
And unfortunately, that's not quite what we're seeing. We've seen few cars, but they're still consistent. They're still coming through, and those that are on the road aren't exactly taking the most precautions. So if you can stay home, like the chief said, stay home. If you have to go out, take those precautions. Be extra slow. You don't have anywhere to be in such a hurry that is worth messing up your safety. We have seen a couple of wrecks and a couple of near wrecks here on the road. So those, one of the things that we want to continue emphasizing as the snow continues to fall is stay off of the roads, especially as it gets later and later into the night. We see more of that sludge and more of that ice. For now, I'm in Atmore, Samantha Servin, WEAR News.